Hey, what's up, everybody? Went a little bit later today. I'm glad I did because I felt like I was going to get behind. Was trying to keep up with some of the news from the conference um, in Dubai, and found a couple of things. I'm gonna talk about one of the things. Some of the other things I'm gonna just keep to later. I gotta still dig into them. And to be honest, when you're not actually at the conference, you're not really. You're not getting as much information as you should, but I have enough. I wasn't trying to go out there to Dubai for no conference. I mean, it's no need for me. It's not like whatever. But so yeah, this is the day of the Bitcoin halving. I was just tracking. Last time I looked, we were 65 blocks away. Let me see where we are right now, and I'll probably be trying to keep up with this during the stream. We are still 65 blocks away, yeah. So still 65 blocks away from the actual halving. So for those of you who don't know, and most of you should by now, the Bitcoin halving is just when the supply or the rewards, excuse me, are cut in half that the Bitcoin miners are getting, and therefore, actually, the amount of Bitcoin that they're putting out is cut in half. I think one time I used the example of say if you, I'll just put it this way: say if you have two different lemonade stands or whatever, you got two different lemonade stands, and so you got some competition or whatever, and so the lemonade is it's $1, right? But if one of those lemon stands goes away, it cuts that supply in half, which means supply and demand. So you got half the amount of lemonade, so therefore the price is doubled. So now the price of the lemonade is $2, and so in a way that's kind of how everything works. Well, it's mainly the rewards of the Bitcoin miners getting cut in half, and they gotta get super duper whatever equipment so they can get the same rewards and all that good stuff. I could explain that better, but I've done it before. Um, I'm still thinking about this news in my head, but as we can see, I, I have to keep up with the crypto news every day, and so I'm just being honest. Like some of you guys come here, you watch it on other people's channels, but I sometimes Twitter can be annoying. I'm just being honest, or X. I still can't call it X. I still call it Twitter, and I know that's going to age some of us 20 years in the future or whatever. But everybody trying to make their convictions. I saw one post this morning, and maybe I'll read it near the end. And he's kind of right in a way, but at the same time, I feel like when people do this as literal content creation, then they got to find some way to get views and clicks. Like I keep saying, I don't consider this content creation because I already do content creation in so many different ways already. I just look at this as a way to come to talk to people that I've so met in crypto and talk about crypto and what's going on. But I stand by, like I say, just buy at good prices, wait for the pump that's coming. And do I have that new? Let me see. Do I have that? Let me start getting through some of these stories. I might be missing one. Let me put it in my notes in case I don't want to miss it. In case I don't have something up here for it. Hopefully everybody's having a good morning. And go ahead and, like I always say, I mean, it'll take a while before I look at the comments and see even what you guys are talking about. But go ahead and put your comments and questions in the comment section, and we'll get to those after we finish everything here. Not a lot of news. We got one kind of big news that we'll cover later, but not a lot of news because everything's revolving around the halving. Even if as I was saying on the streams, like different people holding back launches and different stuff because of where the market is or whatever. And we saw some of the projects that launched, like they dumped immediately because a lot of people were taking the airdrops and FOMOing into the dips of other projects they were already holding. So a lot of stuff is kind of like at a standstill right now. Some decently big news coming out of Dubai 2049 or whatever, but we'll talk about that in a minute. Anyway, so we this is just the inflows and outflows of into and out of the Bitcoin ETF, and pretty much we had a net day of 12. What is no, excuse me, as of April. They didn't say what it was yesterday. What was the net? I should look that up if I were to realize. Okay, so yeah, the net inflows was 4.3 million yesterday, which is not a lot at all, so especially for Bitcoin. But it's because of speculation of what's going to happen around the halving, whether it's going to dump, whether it's going to pump. I don't really care. I'm gonna say it again. I know y'all gonna get mad at me, but I'll be fine with it dumping a little bit more, or just staying stagnant. That'd be cool with me because I want to try to accumulate for as long as I can. Some of y'all, it's not gonna make sense to you right now, but it will make a whole lot of sense. Um, it will make a whole lot of sense to you soon. Hold on here. Um, okay, just a minute. Sorry, so much to keep up with here. So, one thing I want to say, um, this guy here. Hold on, y'all. Let me get this stuff straight. I just really can't stand. It's the best way I can say it. I really can't stand Elizabeth Warren and Jamie Dimon. Like they just getting on my last nerve. They're puppeteers themselves, but they're also puppets for to people even bigger than them. I know some people think Jamie Dimon is the biggest of the biggest, but he's got people pulling his strings too. But I'm just really tired because as this article says, I'm trying to pull up. Hold on, y'all. Okay, there we go. Um, oh, there it is. It is on stream. I'm sorry. But yeah, so like it says, watch Jamie Dimon say that Bitcoin is a fraud and a Ponzi scheme. Not a lot of people that are listening to him that because they know his position, they trust his judgment and all that kind of stuff. And so they're saying, like this guy knows what he's talking about. He's this, he's JP Morgan, blah, 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 blah. But they don't realize the JP Morgan funds, they hold Bitcoin and they're one of the authorized participants, or they have another title, but this is what it's saying, an authorized participant in the BlackRock spot Bitcoin ETF. So JP Morgan and Jamie Dimon have their hand all inside of Bitcoin and crypto, yet their job is to FUD other retail investors out until their friends collect as much of the crypto and Bitcoin as they want to. So it's just really annoying, but this is what he has to say. It's actually a little bit longer, but I'll play this short clip here.
Crypto. If you mean crypto like Bitcoin, I've always said it's a fraud.
No hope for it.
Well, if they think they're a currency, there's no hope for it. It's a Ponzi scheme. It's a public, decentralized Ponzi.
Crypto.
If you mean crypto like Bitcoin, I've always said it's a fraud.
No hope for it.
This dude he's going to continue to do it. This is just really annoying. He's going to continue to call it a fraud as much as he can. And then some kind of way down the line, he's going to stop talking or they're going to flip the script and whatever. But it still gets on my nerve, even though he is almost, in a way, he has a hand in holding the crypto market back. That part I don't mind because I do want to accumulate, but it's just still annoying to see, when I'm trying to talk to my friends and family that I do care about, that I want to get in now, this is the stuff they're talking about as a talking point of why crypto is a scam and all this kind of stuff between the trash Elizabeth Warren says. Let me say this too. If y'all don't know, like I tell you, I work in the entertainment industry and I'm an actor. It's one of the main things I do. Maybe other people can't tell, but I can always tell bad acting. And I think that annoys me more than the lie they're telling or the stuff they're saying. I just can't stand seeing bad acting. And to be honest, this is kind of on the tangent here, but even like I see on social media, everybody thinks they're an actor now. Everybody's trying to do skits. And it's it's the worst acting I've ever seen. I can't even watch social media sometimes because everybody's not meant to be an actor. Everybody thinks they can do it. Everybody thinks it's easy. Most of them are not convincing at all. But that's why every time I see Elizabeth Warren talk, she tries to have this straight face and she tries to have this look that she always does. And it's like, you're not convincing at all. I was about to play her clip, but I don't know if I'll get, if the video get taken down, but she really gets on my nerves. Sometimes you got to get off your chest, y'all. Sometimes you just got to say it. This one here is, I don't know if some of y'all remember. Man, I remember this like it was yesterday. So I haven't been following the case, but this is about the guy who had the Mango Marcus exploit last cycle. It says a 12-person jury has convicted Mango Marcus exploiter Avi Eisenberg on fraud and manipulation charges after a weeks-long trial. The thing I will say is there was a loophole in it. and he kind of just took advantage of it. I'm not saying he was right, but I mean, it is scamming. Like, and that's why I say every time I see somebody scamming in crypto, I am going to point it out. But I did not think. Let me see if I pull this article up. I did not think they were going to give dude 20 years in prison. This is what I said this on another stream. And I won't go down that rabbit hole, but when people are scamming and when you're doing the crime, you feel invisible, you're making money, you probably doing your victory dance in your condo or whatever. But then when it catches up, you realize how stupid you are. And like the 20 years in prison, it's not jail, y'all. I don't know if y'all know the difference. This ain't county jail, this ain't state, this is prison. So it's crazy. But I remember this like it was yesterday. And it was last cycle. And actually, like I said, I've always been big on Solana. I was holding a couple of Solana projects. Some of them actually came back. They were like, I didn't realize they were buried in one of my old Phantom wallets or whatever. And some of them started coming back. But this is, I mean, Solana had this, they had the downtime, then we had Sam Bankman-Fried. And so a lot of these projects never really got a chance to take off. And I would say some of these Solana projects, I would equivalent them. It's almost like they launched in the bear market. So in a way, it's almost like they haven't seen the cycle because so much stuff was going on last cycle. But I remember when this is what happened with Mango Marcus, and then they had, what was it? It was they had Sunny, Saber, all that kind of stuff. But this was around that time, and just everything just crashed around the time. And it was towards the end of the cycle too. But yeah, dude got 20 years in prison. That's crazy. If y'all remember the story, this is what happened. I'm not gonna read the whole thing or whatever. If you remember what happened. But yeah, scammers do get caught. So y'all should be think about that. Okay, so some of these, I'm not gonna lie, some of these are probably a little bit out of order, but they should be fine. So this one is saying here, and I'm pointing this out to you guys as I stated yesterday. When you come to my channel, I want to answer your questions, help people get better knowledge of crypto space, and I try to break stuff down in a way that everybody can understand it. If most of you have been watching my channel, I could probably go further in some stuff, but just in case there's somebody new on my channel, I want to explain it where everybody can understand it. That's one of the rules. I mean, the goals I have on my channel. The other goal is to make sure you guys know what's going on in the space, even if I don't have the time to do stuff myself. So this is saying the Runes protocol will ignite a new season for Bitcoin after the halving. I kind of briefly touched on what Runes was, but as I said, I don't have time to get into this because I haven't spent enough time studying projects already. But after the halving, this will be a thing, but don't get caught slipping. Like, to me, I understand what they're saying and all, but it's still like along the lines of meme coins where you can't jump into every single thing that you see. Oh, but just because it's Runes and I'm trying to be early. Sometimes you just got to have patience, man. Like I said, you can lose so much money on this. And if you just held this money for a couple of months, you'll be fine. And like I said on the other stream, like if you're in the stock market or even in real estate, it takes a while. I have some friends that work in real estate and they had some earliest. That proves my point. I was about to say, I have some friends that worked in real estate. They do work in real estate. And so they have had early success. But when I just thought about that, I remember one that just posted the other day, and it was 2 years. It was like 2 years and 2.5 years or something like that. They have been working in real estate, and they had some pretty fast success for that. But in crypto, you can make so much money in between 10 and 18 months. And some of you guys just don't have the patience for it. To be honest, you can make real estate money. I was about to say something I shouldn't, but let's just put it this way: you could come in this and with $3,000, $5,000 and make more than some real estate agents. Because the thing about real estate is everybody's not successful in real estate. I think they think every real estate agent is a millionaire or something, but that's not true at all. There's very, very few of them that are really like balling out of control. A lot of them are depressed. But I'm going to tangent here, but it does line up with Runes. But what I'm saying is, make sure you're following the right people. You need to go dig for the people who's, the head honchos in this that's really talking about it, explaining it to you so you can understand it, find the right projects or whatever. You can make money there, but I'll tell you right now, I literally have no cares in the world about watching people make 100Xs and Runes. If that's what's coming, it's not going to make me flinch. I'm not going to care. I just got to stick to my goals and what I got going on. Just stay in my own lane and pay attention to what I'm doing. I just don't have the time for it. To be honest, a lot of you think that in the Patreon, you kind of think my mood yesterday was very frustrating for multiple reasons. Chasing different projects, trying to keep up with what's going on. Launches being pushed back, launches moving forward, stuff on the market, and my head is always like all over the place. So I do not have time to be looking into rooms and trying to see what gem or what lottery ticket I can get into. If you have that time, that's cool, but it's here if y'all want to research what it is and go down that rabbit hole. And maybe the halving should be today, like the official halving, but you still have at least a day. Maybe I'll cover this more on Monday. Yeah, let's get right along. Well, this is I don't know which one is legit, but this is, you can go on CoinMarketCap. CoinMarketCap has this little graphic here talking about some of them, some of the protocols, whatever. So if you want to look into that, CoinMarketCap's Twitter, you can go look into that if you have the extra time. So this is not about what this is about, but I'm going to just briefly talk about this. It says stocks are getting absolutely destroyed overnight in Robinhood's 24-hour market, so they halted trading to stop the bleeding. Number one, I didn't even know they had that, but I think it was like maybe 5%. Y'all know crypto, that's nothing. I don't even pay attention to 5% increase or decrease in crypto. But I really brought this up to not talk about Robinhood, but to talk to you guys about what crazy stuff happens with exchanges, to constantly remind you. Maybe there's one person on the stream that's never watched anybody stream before and knew so I had to keep reiterating the stuff that you get your crypto on cold storage. And some of y'all, I know you want to dump all your money in crypto and you're like, man, that's going to cost me money that I can put in crypto. You might not have no crypto if you don't get you some cold storage. So you need to, get you some cold storage, because sometimes these exchanges do lock up and you can't get your stuff off them. Robinhood is notoriously known for doing this. So, I mean, get you some cold storage. Get cold storage, hard wallet, whatever you want to call it. My favorite is Tangem, and Tangem has a lot of new developments coming up. I haven't even looked into them yet, but I am waiting for that Tangem Pay. Y'all know I talked about that a billion times. Let's briefly touch on. We're going pretty quick today. Let's touch on this one. It's really just touch on it. It says BitMEX. BitMEX's Bitcoin perpetual swap now offers 250x leverage ahead of halving. Don't be stupid, y'all. That's just I don't even mess with leverage, period. 5x, 10x, much less 250x. And I know some of y'all are gonna be like, well, I'm gonna just put $1 in there, see what happens. You're just introducing that gambling itch into your system. So just don't do it. It's kind of like I equate it to people who had a drinking problem in the past, and they're like, I'm gonna just go hang out at the bar. Why? You had a drinking problem. You went to rehab, but you just gonna hang out at the bar. Oh no, I ain't gonna drink nothing. I'm just hanging out. I'm just don't put yourself in that environment. So don't even start it. Like I said, I had somebody in the group that's like, oh, I just put a little money in there to see what happens. And it was like, man, I lost that money. So, but don't even introduce yourself to leverage. I mean, that's what other people on other channels may tell you something different, but that's what I'm going to tell you over here. Don't even try to introduce yourself to leverage, because it's a dangerous spiral. Are we here already? I guess we are here already. And to be honest, I have some notes on this story. It's kind of a big story. I got here really quick, almost 12 minutes early, but that's cool. So I'm going to read. I don't even know which one of these articles to read. Hold on, y'all. I'm going to read. I'll probably read this one. But this doesn't even cover all the notes I got. Because y'all don't realize, when I wake up in the morning, it takes me about 2.5 to 3 hours to get ready for these lives. Even when sometimes you ask some questions on Patreon, this is what I'm doing. So I did some deeper digging on this too. I found some stuff that wasn't even in the articles. No, this one is trash. I think I'll read this one. What's this one here? Don't care about that. Don't care about that either. All right. So what I will do, I'm gonna read this article here, and then I'll push this over here. So this is one of the bigger stories that come out of Dubai today at the conference, whatever you want to call it, about Toncoin, which I would say it wasn't something I was going to hold, and I'll address why that is later. But I'm gonna read this article, then I'm gonna tell you all the stuff that they got going on, or most of the stuff that I know they have going on over here. Anyway, it says Tether launches USDT on Ton network. Telegram wallet and Boom, and I think they meant Boom for messaging app. The partnership with Tether is meant to rapidly expand Ton's attractiveness to a broader audience of non-crypto savvy Telegram users. On stage at Token 2049 in Dubai, the CEOs of Tether and Telegram jointly announced on Friday that USDT, the largest stablecoin in the world, will launch on the open network Ton and the Telegram wallet in a bid to both expand Telegram's crypto presence and accelerate the growth of the Ton blockchain in its own right. The launch of USDT on Ton will allow seamless value transfer globally in a simple experience that can match even the traditional financial system, Tether CEO Paulo Ardinho said. This furthers our mission of powering open financial infrastructure across the blockchain space. Telegram, the privacy-focused messaging app, currently boasts over 900 million monthly active users, according to the company. In recent months, it has embraced Ton, a blockchain first developed by Telegram before being continued independently by integrating Toncoin, Ton's native token, into Telegram's ad buy and revenue sharing programs. Now, Ton's leadership says the blockchain network will be able to expand at a much quicker pace. They got typos. That wasn't me. Quicker pace with the backing of one of the crypto's sturdiest assets. Let's see what's here. I think I might read my notes. This article is not as good as my notes. In recent months, Toncoin has more than tripled in value of the news of Telegram's integrations of the token and the upstart success of Notcoin, a Telegram-based game that allows players to accumulate in-game currency. Notcoin is set to launch its hotly anticipated airdrop by the end of the month. So yeah, we have this stuff here, but the notes I have over here. So apparently, from the digging I went through, Toncoin or Ton blockchain and along with the Telegram app, they're doing ad revenue sharing. 50% of the ad revenue goes to the channels or the developers or the creators, whatever you want to call them. What else I got? So you can do payments and withdrawals on Ton, for whatever content or serve goods and services that you want to buy on there, so you can onboard and offboard there. They're also supposed to be doing a revenue sharing model for creators and developers up to 70% of revenue. And they're supposed to be onboarding, or they either already onboarded. I still got to wait for more of this news to come out. That they either have onboarded or are going to onboard 40 different payment providers. You can transfer. This is the good part I like. A lot of people have been trying to work on this, and this is where crypto needs to get. They say you can transfer any token on Ton blockchain without needing to enter an address. You can simply select the contact. So I don't know if that's just the contact, like far as your Telegram name or contacting your phone. But they're saying that you don't have to, insert the address. You can just enter the contact, and then you'll be able to send whatever crypto you want. What is that app? My lady knows. Hold on. It's kind of like, what's is it WeChat in China? I think. What is it? Hold on. Hopefully Google answers fast for me. No, it's not WhatsApp. I think it's WeChat or something. It's this big app that they use in China. WeChat. She says it's WeChat. So WeChat is this. WeChat is this big app that they have in China where everything is done on WeChat. Like everything. There's a documentary on it. I'm telling you, I'm going to be honest, and some of y'all probably going to judge me on this. But to be honest, it's not entertaining to me to watch documentaries. But that documentary, it had me hooked. I think it's on YouTube or Netflix or somewhere you can find it. But that documentary is crazy. You should definitely watch it today when you get a chance. But it sounds like, even though they're out of Dubai, it sounds like that's what Telegram is trying to go the route of. Like, I think with WeChat, I think they pay their bills on there. They got their FaceTime on there. That's how you communicate with people. That's how you like literally do everything on there. And I think I saw that China did they just ban WhatsApp or something, or they took it out of the app stores or something like that. But I'm just trying to, it's not even me trying to be first, but I do try to get you guys information. If you want to dig some more into this, I'm pretty sure more information will come out today. But I will say, so a lot of you guys probably like, well, you led us astray. Why aren't you bullish on Altcoin? Well, I like what they're doing. It's cool and all, but what I will say, showing you the chart right here. I mean, it's, what has it done? Like maybe a 3x this year. And so, I mean, when I first looked at Altcoin, I saw they had some developments coming up, but I mean, I'm looking for way more gains than that. Like I always say, like 50x is minimal when I'm getting to. Doesn't mean Altcoin wasn't a good project or whatever, but this is not the gains I was looking for. I mean, it's at 22 billion right now already, so it's not something I'm really was looking to get into. Even at the time, let's say if it goes another 10x from here, that still was like roughly you're hoping for a 30x, and that's I mean that's like the extent of the bull market, and that's not stuff I'm trying to get into where I gotta wait to the direct end of the bull market to get my gains or whatever. But they really, I read some other stuff, but I couldn't really verify it. So I don't want to say it on stream and it be false. But as far as I see, like this stuff, I pretty much seems like it's pretty set in stone. The 50% revenue sharing, they had the 50% ad. I got to figure this out because they had 50% ad revenue sharing, but then they had the 70% creator developer revenue sharing. Like I said, then the 40 different payment providers. They look, to be honest, it looks like they jumped ahead of Elon and beat Twitter to the punch. But you got to realize, I mean, X has got to deal with all this US stuff. Telegram's over there in Dubai. So they look like they're trying to beat Twitter to what Twitter is trying to do. So I know it's going to be the battle of the beasts. We're going to see what happens, who comes out on top and who wins. But yeah, we're gonna see what happens. What is this? I got something else in my notes. Oh, yeah, I guess I'll talk about this in a minute. I got two more things I think on here. I probably will come right back to the time thing because I just see some more developments coming in that I might talk about. So two last things I wanna read, and one of them I had to copy paste. But this one says, and this is what I say all the time. I'm starting to think maybe people are watching my channel. I don't know. Not that I care, but this is what I've been saying though. He says, remember, no matter how much money you make this cycle, you're not a god. You're just an internet gambler who is successful at gambling. Stay grounded and remember how lucky we are. This ridiculous space exists for us all to make money clicking buttons at home. And so, yeah, that's what I'm saying. A lot of people want to go out there and gloat and show their friends and family what you don't have to do that. You just need to keep your head focused right now. And actually, that's what man, I'm put this back on screen because I might want to come back to it. But this next thing I'm going to read, I had to copy paste. This is from Crypto Roofler. He says the masses will. I said this the other day, but he said it in a much better way than I did. I don't think the way I said it was probably the best, but whatever. He says the masses will get distracted while simultaneously becoming geopolitical experts. Anticipation of World W3 skyrockets, which is based on the 1% of the 1% of the knowledge and plenty of misinformation they have gathered from mainstream media. Asset prices form another macro higher low, providing one of the best buying opportunities this year. Yet most people will miss it because they're distracted. That's what I was trying to say the other day, but I think he said it in a much better way than I said it, is that you got to stay focused. Doesn't mean you're not empathetic. And some of you guys probably watching the channel, you probably have people affected, by this whole situation or whatever. And I see people, I'm an empathetic type of person, but I see people. How do I go? It's a little tangent here, but like even when stuff happens with Black people, right? Yeah, you want people to have empathy and understand what's going on, and just be a human. You know what I mean? So for me, I'm a human and I'm seeing it from both sides or whatever. But I see people taking these strong stands, opinions, and you can tell they don't know what they're talking about. But just this false virtue signaling, trying to act like they with one side or the other, and they really don't know what's going on. But I'm pretty sure there's even a couple of people that watch my channel that your family and friends may be affected by this. So I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't dig too much in this stuff. I don't know who's in the right and who's in the wrong. I see wrong done on both sides, and I'm pretty sure both sides are defending themselves. But I'm not about to become the geopolitical expert on this and get distracted from what I'm doing. Doesn't mean I don't care about these people, but yeah, you just got to stay focused right now. And you can look into it every once in a while if you want to see what's going on, keep up with it, but you can't let it be a full-on distraction. And I will say the same for me. And I'm going on a tangent here, but it's crazy that I saw all this stuff happen when Trayvon Martin got killed and stuff like this. And I keep telling them, y'all see the different walks of life that I've lived or whatever. And I'm very young, to be honest, but I've lived so much life. But 10 years before Trayvon Martin. Like I had one of my best friends was, like YouTube. One of my best friends was unlifed by police unjustly. So I've been dealing with this way before Trayvon Martin and Tamir Rice and stuff like that. And so nobody can tell me that, oh, this is just, you don't know what you're talking about. I've been dealing with this way before y'all have. Way before y'all have. So even when that stuff was happening, I would pay attention to it. But I would do the stuff I could do to help the situation, but I couldn't let it distract me fully because your emotions get too involved. Like I said, most times it just brought up the dark times that I dealt with. It was literally like one of my best friends at the time. I'm trying to work on not getting emotional on my streams, but so I've been dealing with this stuff. So, but you have to not let this stuff distract you, so you can put your family in a better place, in a better position, so you don't have to deal with this. So if you're, if you're a Black person, you can put your family in a better position. One of the reasons I do this, and so I can put my family in a better position, because I want my children at home. I say it all the time. I'm not sending my children to nobody's school, nobody's private school, nobody's Montessori school, nobody's private, nobody's a charter school. No, I'm going to pay for tutors and teachers to come to my house. And matter of fact, I went to school for math, so I'm already good at math. Really, I don't give a crap about the false history they teach. I was good in science. All the stuff that I need to teach my kids, and I'm a fast learner, so I can teach my kids whatever I want to teach them. So I can have them at home to teach them how to move in society. So that's what I can do for my family and my friends. And for those of you that may be affected, say, some of y'all probably in the Patreon, you don't even want to talk about it because you don't know how it's going to shift politically in the Patreon. I try not to talk about politics in there. But so if this is affecting you, stay focused on crypto so you can get that money, so you can move your family out of these countries that are having these problems or whatever. So that sums up why I'm saying what I'm saying. So it's not saying don't be empathetic and don't look into the stuff, but get yourself in a better position so you can help others. There's I know I did at least on one stream, I did a super amount of cussing. I know. So I fully admit that it's not the side of myself I wanted to show. But what I will say is I did grow up in the church, and my mom kept me in there. And there's this one famous sermon that a lot of preachers always preach, and it's called "Secure Your Own Mask First." And the sermon is based around like when you're on an airplane, and say the plane's going down, losing elevation, whatever. And so what people will do is, if they're a parent, let's just use a parent as an example. They're like, I'm a parent, I'm the protector. So as the plane's going down, what they try to do is they say, let me protect my little ones. And they try to put the mask on their child first. They end up passing out. So the lesson is to secure your own mask first. Even though you feel like I got to help my child, I got to help this, you got to help yourself first. Look at my families. I understand your family may be going through turmoil in another country. You got to secure your own mask first. Get yourself in a position so you can help them. You can't help them if you can't help yourself. So wait, how did I get on this tangent? It don't matter. Maybe it was need to be said. But oh yeah, I was saying stay focused, because I see everybody all over Twitter talking, this is what the war is going to do. It's going to make the market tank. It's going to make, some people saying it's going to make the market pump. Stop all that. You need to stop studying the war, study these doggone crypto projects, and make sure you know what's going on. I tell you my Patreon, I do all the studying. I do a lot of studying for y'all. I bring you the picks. You guys keep up with them just like I keep up with them, y'all. And we got groups in there. You can talk about what's going on with the different projects, whatever. But please stay focused so you don't get distracted. We got enough distraction as it is. And one thing I can say, this just came to mind. One thing else I can say is about me. I don't ever try to tout myself as the best crypto channel and the all-knowing channel. And you shouldn't watch other channels because I'm the best. But what I will say about my channel or my Patreon is I study the hell out of this market, for one. Number two, and I'm gonna answer another question. Some people ask me this with a good heart, and some people ask me this sarcastically, trying to be petty or trying to be mean. The difference in me and some other people is, and that's the reason why I started this channel. Let me say this in the right. Listen, I'm sorry, I can't look for euphemisms. All right. So let me just say this, and y'all should know I'm saying this with a good heart. So with what I do in the entertainment industry or whatever, a lot of people can get lost and they lose their way with dealing with people that are maybe not on their level financially or not at their level of success. So this is one of the reasons I even started this. I said, this brings me back down to earth. It brings me to a mindset of helping other people that don't have as much money as I do. And I'm not talking about anybody particular. Please just let me say this. So I'm not talking about anybody in particular, but sometimes even when y'all come to me, you're like, hey, this is what I have to invest. It makes me realize how blessed I am to have the amount of money that I have to invest. Some of y'all like, this is all I got to invest. So how can you help me with this? But one thing, I've always done stuff like this in my life, and my mother's taught me to do it, is for one, always stay grounded. And one thing, I don't care if you like him or you think he's funny or not. One thing I noticed about Kevin Hart is, like, he's of that mindset that I have. I know what it's like to grow up with nothing, to grow up in the hood with violence around you, and I never want to go back to that. So even though I may have a lot more money than some of y'all, I'm still hustling with the mentality, with the thousands I may have in the market. I'm still hustling and looking for projects as if I only got $50 to invest. And so that's what I think sets mine apart. And so I'm still like, it don't matter. Even if I was putting 100 million in this market, I'm crazy. So I'm gonna still be investing, just like I got $50. Like, all right, I got to make this into the most money or whatever. So you always got to have that constant hustle. And I even see people get comfortable. They get a couple of 20Xs or whatever, and then they start getting relaxed. That's not me. I'm never relaxed. I'm always like down there hunting. And no matter how much, it's not about being ungrateful or greedy, but no matter how much money I make, I'm still getting upset. Like, I missed this play. Like, y'all kind of saw, I was kind of wild out yesterday. Well, y'all didn't see it. Y'all kind of saw some of the type, but I was mad yesterday. I was mad. Cause I'll be trying to get in some of these plays or whatever. But yeah, I mean, it kind of went on a tangent there. But listen, like I said, stay focused. I did have some news about they saying that interest rates may not go down until next year. I don't really care, man. I know for people who trade and they used to traditional trading from stock market or whatever investing style they have, they're like, man, we need these interest rates to go down so the market can pump. I don't give a crap, man. The market will pump whenever. I saw somebody, they made a post about this and they were making sense. It was like, a lot of people depend on the market to pump or whatever, and that can be dangerous. I understand that, but we still got some ways to go. So I'm cool with the market staying down and accumulating. I don't care when they cut the interest rates. I thought the first would be around May, June or whatever, but it may not be then. I really don't care. All I'm doing is collecting at what I think good prices are. If I go to a store and the 5 pounds of chicken is usually $15 and I see it for $7, I'm going to buy that chicken for $7. That's how you got to look at it. It's a sale. I talk about this all the time, so I won't even go on that tangent. But let's get over to the comments. I went on a little tangent there, but hopefully it helps some of you guys. And let me answer some of these comments and stuff. I did that one. My bad. I just pushed it right over. But yeah, I did see. I got to check on these. I won't even probably talk about any more developments I'm seeing with this ton, because I kind of got to make sure that it's correct first. But yeah, they're doing stuff over there. They look like they're trying to compete with X or Twitter or whatever you want to call it. As he said, good morning, and finally it's Friday. Yeah, I feel like I did 3 Fridays in a row, to be honest. I really do. Let's see what's going on here. How to get KuCoin on U.S. residency. Plow ID is the only way I know right now. But we can talk about that more in the Patreon. Ahmed said, "What's up, brother? What's up, man? I think I still got to get back to you about some stuff, man. It's been a busy 24 hours though. What day exactly is the halving again? I have a feeling about a big meme dropping. Is that you saying that day? Technically, matter of fact, let me. I wanted to pull something over here to track it. Hold on, just a minute. I had to look something up to answer your question. I mean, I can't answer it pretty quick. Let me do it over here. So I just realized how big my screen was. I went to look at one of the iMacs the other day to use as another trading computer, and I was like, man, this screen is small. It used to seem big to me. Just a minute. So I'm answering your question still. Hold on. So, all right. So right now, who asked that question? I mean, you're going to hear it in, but I don't want to address you, but that was Taddy. So right now, the Bitcoin halving is in 62 blocks. You know, I don't want to get too deep into that, but the transactions go in, blah, 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 kick them out. But so 62 blocks from now, and usually the blocks are I think they're between like, I say 8 to 12, 8 to 15 minutes. Oh, you can use this ballpark it to say about 10 minutes. So that's about, what's wrong with me? Is that 10 hours from now? Where we at? So yeah, but about 10 hours from now should be the official halving. Hold on. Yeah. So we got 62 blocks left. When we started the stream, it was 65 blocks. So yeah, it's about 10 minutes per block. So 62 blocks left at 10 minutes each. And the halving will be officially here. Maybe somebody's going to do fireworks. I don't know. But yeah, so it's going to be today. Where we at? I'm trying to catch up with the questions. My bad. Ahmed said, "Are you bullish on base long term?" I mean, yeah, you kind of have to be, right? Yeah, I mean, with all the stuff they're doing, you kind of have to be. I'm sorry. I'm also trying to watch these Telegram updates, y'all. Y'all know how my stream goes. I'm trying to see if this is some good stuff. Let me see. I won't talk about that either yet, but we're gonna see what happens. Ton or Telegram or whatever you gonna. They look like they really trying to make some moves. Is all I can say. Some people are not as excited about it. I don't know what they're expecting, but I guess that's traders. The traders probably wanted to pump crazy, but I think it's good news. I mean, I think did they do anything? Let me see what they did today. It kind of went up a little bit, but not as much people wanted to. But I think it's dope. I think it's dope what they're trying to do. Okay, what we got here? Crypto Rose said, "I'm fine with the normal length cycle. I've been poor my whole life. What's a few more months?" That's why I keep trying to tell people, like, especially if you only have how do I say it? I don't know. I mean, if you listen, if you got, I would say, I'm trying to give you some perspective here. So I'm trying to, if you have maybe 50,000 in the market, maybe you can play around with the what is going on here? Maybe if you got 50,000 or more in the market, you can play around with some trades here and there. That's just my point of reference and point of view. But if it's maybe 20, let's say 20, maybe if you got over 20,000, you can mess around with a few trades. But I just say, man, if you mess around with under $100,000, man, you need to be finding good plays and staying in those long term and just wait till they pump or whatever. I'm not trying to sound like big bank, little bank or whatever, but like just wait. The gains are coming, man. So you just gotta have patience and stuff. And I see, some people may come in with a couple $100 and they're just like, but I gotta turn it to you. You probably, I'm gonna tell you, if it's a couple $100, you're probably not going to turn it into a million. You can. In my mind, I think my mindset is so strong that I feel like everybody else is like that too, but everybody's not like that. They'll see somebody talking about what they made on a meme coin, and I see people saying, "Hey, don't do this because you see somebody make $1 million on a meme coin doesn't mean you can do it." And to me, it's like I don't need to hear that because I kind of know it. But some people need to hear this, and they need to hear it almost every day. But if you got a couple of $100, you need to be looking to make, you got a couple $100, which means under $1,000. You need to be shooting for maybe 20,000, 50,000, somewhere around there. If you got under $1,000, stop trying to shoot for and gamble away and think you about to hit 500,000. Like, it can happen, but if you come in with the mindset like that, you're gonna wreck yourself. And I've seen it happen so many times. I've seen it in past cycles, and I didn't even think I would see it this many times already this cycle. Where people just think I got $400 to put in the market, I'm about to become a millionaire. Oh, sir, ma'am, let's chill on that. If you only have a couple $100 to invest, that means $30,000 or $40,000 could really change your life. And if you wait for it, you can have the ability to make that, but it's up to you to have the patience to wait for it. But yeah, a few more months, man. That's all. It's a few more months. We're not talking about years. What's up here? We got Teddy said yes. Oh, you were saying WeChat. I was trying to figure out what you were saying there. Which one is Teddy? I don't even know if I know which one that is. I know Saga. AVAX has one. I'll have to look into that one after the stream because I don't know if I know what that one is unless somebody's changed the name. I'll look into that later off the stream. Maybe I'll have to check that out. Tad said the new pick looks lit. Yeah, man, they just got to get that together, Tad. I don't know. I was really upset with that. Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm trying to keep with this Telegram stuff. Yeah. So all I can say is have patience, man. But yeah, I guess it's Friday. People chilling, so we ain't having many comments and questions in here and stuff. But listen, man, just all I can say is have patience. I know a lot of people was asking me yesterday what I think is going to happen after the Bitcoin halving. I really can't say. I think they're going to some people are going to try to take profits on the pump that they feel like people going to start buying it. And because of the halving, I feel like but I think people are going to take profits on it. It's going to probably have a dump in the short term. I hate to say it this way, by the rumor sales and news or whatever it might be, but as I keep saying, man, I don't care. I'm just really hoping to get a chance to accumulate some of these projects even lower, lower than either what we got in it or, that's all you can really focus on. That's really all you can focus on. But we gonna see what happens, man. We gonna see what happens. But yeah, apparently they got something with gold back in a stable coin. I don't know if I'm bullish on that one. So they have a gold back stable coin they're trying to come out with. But what I can't say, it's been a real chill stream. But like I said, most of the stuff in the news is around Bitcoin and stuff. But listen, guys, if you want to get in some early plays and really figure out what's going on in the market, you can join the Patreon at patreon.com/cryptozo. Like I said, I will be closing this off much sooner than most people, and I'm really hoping that that we can just close this thing off soon, and we can just rock with the people we got. Everybody kind of learn the method we have or whatever, and all that kind of good stuff. Caillou said, "Why did you skip me?" Might be like keywords you put in there, how they delete it. What is it called when they delete certain words on the stream or whatever? So I don't know, Caillou. Indigenous said, as though if a person invested 10 to 20K in decent projects, what do you think they could get out of this bull run? 10 to 20K. You said 10 to 20. When you put the 10, let's do it with the 10. It's gonna be the same multiples. But with the 10, I would say minimum. If you're in my group, you should minimum 300,000. And I feel like that's very conservative, and that's what you're saying. Like, I guess you're asking conservatively. What could you? Yeah, I think like 300,000 with 10K, and probably even more. Really appreciate what you see is what you get. It says, really appreciate you being here and in the Patreon yesterday and supporting everyone despite your loss. Be strong, man. Oh yeah, man. I mean, I tell you, if I tell y'all my life story, it's really dark. It's definitely a movie, and that's why I say a lot of people. It's funny. I forget people to do that. They look at social media, whether it's your Instagram, your TikTok, your YouTube. Like I said, I know a lot of people here think, "Oh, look at him. I'm a YouTuber. He's a small YouTuber." almost cussed there. Small YouTuber is not who I am. Like, I wouldn't even say that's a part of who I am. Like, this is not me. This is like 0.5% of what I do in my life. So I've been through a lot of stuff. I've been through a lot of dark stuff, man. So I just really learned how to control that stuff. And even when you see me emotional, maybe I'm pretty sure I probably cried on a YouTube stream more than anybody in the universe. But that's not the sadness that you're probably used to the tears being, is letting out the toxic emotions. And that's why my mother has taught me that early on. You got this whole thing when men don't cry because it's soft or whatever. And I let people continue to go with that, but that's impurities, whether it's anger, whether it's sadness, whether it's frustration. Usually my impurities come out through my tears or whatever. So it's nothing about being soft or anything like that. So, but yeah, you kind of learn to deal with this stuff. It's kind of tough. And I realized people are freaking out with the way the market was going. So I felt like I kind of had to be here. Even when, like I said, my group is different. I'm not asking nobody to shield my group and tell people, but like the play yesterday, I told y'all I can't even get into this joint. And I was like, I had to limit how much I was in the Patreon. I'm just a transparent person. I know everybody like, oh, show people, you don't buck under pressure. No, I was pissed. I wanted to punch a wall. I'm being honest. But I was like, let me tell them about this, man. Let me tell them about it. I'll get some wins some other way, because I still believe in karma. Like, I'm gonna still get my wins somewhere else. But yeah, I was mad yesterday. I was mad. If y'all could see, I disappeared for a while. I had to go hit the punching bag for a minute. I got a gym in my house and stuff, so I went downstairs in the gym and I hit the punching bag real quick because I was ticked off. I was really, 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 really mad. Like, you have no idea how mad I was. So yeah, it wasn't the best day yesterday, but I'm gonna try to always be there for people in my Patreon. Katie Kate said, Cayuse, are you in the Patreon? Cayuse, are you in there? Yeah, Cayuse, if you're in there, you can always ask the questions in the Patreon. So because I know y'all got different stream names on YouTube versus whatever. Truth with eyes open said, can you hold on before you close? I want to get in your Patreon. I'm gonna tell you like this. I'm not trying to make anybody FOMO and rush and get in, but I'm serious. Like, when I close it, it's gonna be closed. So I mean, it's up to you when you get in. I would say this is one of the best times to get in while the market is down, so you can get in some good plays. But that's all up to you. But I will say, I'm not fluffing. I'm not just blowing hot smoke. When I close it, it's gonna be closed. And because I would love to not have to think about signing people up, bringing them over to the page. It's gonna sound bad, y'all. I love y'all. I care about y'all, but it's annoying. Every time I just don't like clerical stuff. I don't. Usually try to have somebody else handle that. So I would be glad to go ahead and close it down. And so once it's closed, it's gonna be closed. I'm not one of those type of people who get greedy, like, oh my gosh, look at all these people coming to crypto in the middle of the bull run. I gotta let them in so I can make more money. I'm not gonna want to do that. So it's up to you when you get in. Karen CB said, greetings, Zoe. Thanks for the perspective. No problem. Caillou said, yeah, why? I'm not sure. It depends on what the trigger words probably were in your comments. The system it's going to automatically delete it. Like, if you put like the female genitalia word in here, it's going to delete it. So Katie K said, maybe you should ask that question in there instead. Yeah, if you're in the Patreon, Caillou, just ask me in the Patreon. I don't know what the question was, but ask me in there. How long until Patreon? Whenever I cross the number that I have. just put it that way. But listen, guys, I didn't even put it in the stream. I don't even know how that works. But listen, guys, if you want to get into Patreon, it's at patreon.com/cryptozo. Just not to make nobody FOMO. Maybe you have a little time, but just try to go, get in there. It's for your benefit. That's what I was gonna say on the stream too. A lot of people like, well, I'm gonna come back when the market is hot. Like, you're not making sense. Like, you're not making sense. I can't stand Zoe. I can't stand to look at the market right now. It's too much red for me. That's where you make the money at. So it's just all up to you guys. I mean, I'm not pressuring nobody to join the Patreon, but join it if you want to, when you want to, and all that good stuff. I mean, like somebody said to me the other day, like, hey, if you go back to your other tier, for one, the first tier was just for early adopters. Like, it's never going back to that price. But it was like, if you go back to the other tier, then I'll join. I guess they were saying, like, if you go back to the tier, you can make more money. Like, it's not about me making money. It's like, it's to help you make money. I don't need the money. It's just, that is what it is. So anyway, y'all, I don't want to talk about it too long. But I appreciate you guys hanging out on Friday stream. Hopefully you guys are not too afraid of where the market is right now. And, I would say buy some of these discounts, not saying it can't go lower. Because I'm going to say this. So I'm seeing that it might be that, it might be like Bridal Rumor said, the news. And if some people are scared to invest in altcoins, so they've been steady. They already, let's say they dropped 40, 50%, right? And so they're steady right now. They haven't been going up to retracing more. So if Bitcoin dumps again, yeah, they probably gonna go lower. And I know I'm probably laughing right now. Y'all probably like, why this dude laughing? But it is what it is. Like they could go lower, and I'll just continue to buy. So in about 8 to 12 months, y'all gonna really appreciate the fact that these altcoins were dipping. So that's all I can really say, man. That's all I can really say is y'all gonna really appreciate it. Karen CB said, I am in the Patreon, and this was my best decision. Honestly, for research, knowledge, community, many other reasons, this is one of the best teams available. We are a team. Oh, Karen, you probably got a different name in there. You got to let me know who you are in there. I don't remember everybody, and some of y'all be talking all the time, so I remember like some of y'all. But anyway, I appreciate the compliment. Yeah, it's I mean, it's really about helping each other. Like really, that's why I'm here. So not to make money off Patreon. But anyway, listen, I hope you guys have a good weekend. We're gonna see what's happening. Bitcoin halving should be in, if I did my calculations right, should be in like 9 to 10 hours or whatever. And so it is what it is. Indigenous said, I have a family member that wants to get into the market on a super safe play. Which crypto would you suggest with $1,000? I kind of got a hold of. Listen, guys, I was telling you, you got to join the Patreon for this type of information. I could just, because some of the things I'm thinking about retracing is some of the plays that we're in that we're trying to accumulate. So I don't even want to say those on stream. I mean, I don't know. My mindset is also like, how much money could you make on $1,000 with a safe play? So that's why I can't even really answer that question. Like a safe play, I don't know. You got to probably join this Patreon. You giving my brain too much to think about right now. That's all I can say. Listen, join the Patreon, patreon.com/cryptozo. Appreciate you guys hanging out on the stream. Stay brave in the market. Don't be afraid of the red. We could go lower. I don't know, but just accumulate good altcoins is all I can say. Hope you guys have a good weekend, and I'll see you next time.